Barcelona took a giant leap towards the Champions League round of 16 after beating Borussia Dortmund 3-2 on Wednesday night. The contest at Signal Iduna Park burst into life in the second half after a goalless opening period. Barça twice surrendered advantages, with Sergio Guirassy scoring a brace, but Ferran Torres ensured the visitors snatched all 3 points by notching 2 goals of his own. Hansi Flick's side are now up to second in the league phase table, while Dortmund have dropped out of the top 8. How the match unfolded. We've seen Europe's aristocracy collapse under the lights at Signal Iduna Park, and the Yellow Wall was fervent in anticipation for Barcelona's visit here. The La Liga leaders, however, weren't shackled by the atmosphere and immediately settled into the contest. Dani Olmo wreaked havoc between the lines early on, facilitating a couple of early chances from crossing situations which Barça failed to make the most of. Rafinha likely would have been called offside had he converted Lamine Yamal's utterly disgusting trivela cross. After an excellent opening, Dortmund's compactness started to frustrate Flick's side, who struggled to time their passes in behind and were occasionally hesitant to test the host's block. Dortmund were passive but compact, with an uninspiring opening 30 minutes followed up by a bright end to the first half. Marcel Sabitzer spurned a great chance from Julian Duranville's cutback, while Guirassy drew a point-blank save from Inaki Peña before he was flagged offside after meeting Giovanni Reina's cross. The hosts were doubtlessly more enterprising after the restart, and that contributed to the thrills and spills that ensued. Barça twice looked like they'd take full control of the contest, but Dortmund pegged them back. Rafinha and Ferran Torres scored either side of a Guirassy penalty before the BVB striker scored his second of the game to draw Sahin's side level for a second time. With Flick's substitutions disrupting Barca's control, Dortmund seemed the more likely to secure a memorable victory. However, BVB defended woefully from their own corner in the final 10 minutes, allowing Barca to break away at speed and access Ferran in behind. The chance initially seemed to escape the Spaniard, but he settled his feet inside the area and finished superbly past Kobel to hand Barca a 3-2 lead. While a sixth goal couldn't have been ruled out given the frantic nature of the second half, the visitors held out for a big Champions League triumph. Rafinha opened the scoring in Dortmund. There have been some supreme performers for Barcelona this season, but none more impressive than Rafinha. The former Leeds United star struggled to dazzle during his first 2 years at the club, but he's now completely fulfilling his childhood dream. Rafinha donned the captain's armband again, although he seemed to grasp it in his left hand for parts of the contest. Nevertheless, the Catalan flag was strapped tight to his upper arm as he ran in behind the Dortmund backline and opened the scoring, having been smartly fed by Dani Olmo. The Brazilian could have easily laid the ball on a plate for Lamine Yamal to tap home, but there was only one thing on his mind as he entered the Dortmund box. His left-footed finish was emphatic as he recorded his 6th Champions League goal of the campaign in as many games. 27 goal contributions in a mere 22 outings this term. This is Rafinha's team. Ferran Torres was the match winner off the bench. Pedro Salado, Getty Images. There have been some accusations of Barcelona's bench failing to fire this season, with Flick settling upon a starting 11 which is beginning to show some wear and tear. The German opted for a triple change with 20 minutes remaining in Dortmund, and it was one of these entrants who won the game for the visitors.